I'm going to now show you multiple ways of displaying snap bar in Microstation. Normally, if your snap bar is missing from your screen, you can bring it up by holding the Shift key and the middle mouse button and selecting button bar from the right-click context menu. Other way to bring it up is something that I'm going to show you next. I'm going to be bringing up snap bar by going to settings menu and selecting snaps and selecting button bar from there. It also displays the button bar floating on my screen again. I'm going to show you a third way of bringing it up. I'm going to go to the status bar, select snap mode, left click on it and select button bar from in there to display my snap bar. I can dock it to the right hand side of my Microstation screen, or I can have it floating the way I had it previously. That's what I'm going to be using for this demonstration. I have a few elements that I've already added to my DGN file. I'm going to start off by showing you how to turn off the display of some of the element snaps that are displayed in the snap bar in the Microstation UI. If you right click on the snap bar and select only the snaps that you want visible, you can save some workspace on your screen. I'm going to be turning off my multi-snap 2. I'm going to turn off point on snap, and I'm going to be turning off 2-point snap for now. These are the ones that I'm going to be talking about in this video. My running snap or my active snap right now is multi-snap 1. You can set another snap active by double clicking a snap in the snap bar. I'm going to double click on the key point snap. That is my active snap right now. I can choose to override this by clicking on another snap that I'm going to be running for just one time. Or I also can set another command active by clicking on the Shift key and my middle mouse button together. And then using the Shift key, select another snap by left clicking on that snap. That'll set my center point snap as my active snap. I'm going to do the same thing one more time. Hit the Shift key and the middle mouse button together. Holding the Shift key, I'm going to click on the key point snap now to set that as my active snap. The first snap that I'm going to be talking about is the key point snap. I'm going to be using the place smart line command to demonstrate majority of my element snaps in this video. I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to be data pointing on the screen, and I'm going to hover over a line that I already have. That is a endpoint of that line, midpoint of the line, and another endpoint of the line. I want to snap to the outside endpoint of the line where I'm hovering my cursor over right now, and I'm going to send a data point to Microstation to complete drawing my line. I'm going to right click to exit out of the command. Using key point snap one more time, I'm going to be drawing a line from somewhere on the screen to the center of the circle that I have already created in my DGN file. I'm going to continue using the place smart line command. I'm going to data point on the screen. Using my key point snap, which is my active snap, I'm going to go hover over the center of the circle. I'm going to data point one more time to draw the line, right click to exit out of the command. The next thing I'm going to show you is the near point snap. I'm going to be doing the same thing that I've done previously. So that is the line that I'm going to be using to draw another line. I'm going to send a data point to Microstation, accepting that point, and I'm going to be picking up another point and sending another data point to Microstation to complete drawing the line. Right click to exit the command. As I'm using my snap, you might have noticed as I get closer to the endpoints of the lines, you'll see a yellow cross on the screen. That is AccuSnap running on my screen telling me that I have a tentative snap to that point. If I'm moving away from that point, I have a white cross hair that is displayed, which is telling me that is a key point that is available for me to tentatively snap to. The next snap that I'm going to be talking about is the midpoint snap. I'm going to be drawing another line using midpoint snap to snap onto the line that I've just created. I'm going to data point on the screen, and I'm going to be running my midpoint snap, selecting it, and I'm going to be hovering over the line that I've just created and selecting the midpoint of that element. Data point one more time, right click to end the command. The next command that I'm going to show you is the center snap. I'm going to data point on the screen to start creating a line. I'm going to have my center point snap selected, and I'm going to hover over one of my previously drawn elements in my DGN file to pick up the center point snap. In this case, I want to pick up the center point of that rectangle that I've already created. Data point one more time to complete drawing the line. Right click to exit out of the command. The next snap that I'm going to show you is the origin snap. When I hover over an element that is previously created in the DGN file, it's going to display the origin point of that element. That is where I've started drawing the element. If I want to draw a line from that point, I'm going to send a data point to Microstation and then select another point in the screen and data point one more time to complete drawing the line. Right click to exit out of the command. Next command that I'm going to show you is the Bisector Snap. I'm going to be drawing a smart line from here. I'm going to pick up a point, data point on the screen to start drawing the line. I'm going to be selecting my Bisector Snap, and I'm going to be hovering over the line that I want to bisect. In this case, this line that I have already created, it's going to snap on to the midpoint of the line. For data point on the screen, right click to end the command. The next snap that I'm going to show you is the intersection point snap. Intersection point snap works with elements that do not intersect too. I'm going to be demonstrating that first by selecting an intersection snap to select the intersection point for two elements that are going to be intersecting. So I'm going to be continuing using my place smart line command. I'm going to digitize on the screen to pick up my start point, and I'm going to have my intersection snap on, and I'm going to hover over the two elements that are intersecting. As you can see, that Microstation has already picked up my intersection point. I'm going to data point on the screen to complete drawing the line. Right click to end the command. Another way to get the intersection snap to work for elements that do not intersect is the next thing that I'm going to show you. I'm going to data point on the screen to start drawing a line. I'm going to select the intersection point snap, and I'm going to hover over the first line. There is an intersection in there already, but I'm going to be using my middle mouse button to tentatively snap on to one of the elements, and then I'm going to hover over the second element that I want to get the intersection point from. In this case, the second line that is in the vicinity. I'm going to data point on the screen to get to the intersection point. I'm going to run that one more time. I'm going to start off by using the place smart line tool, data point on the screen to specify the start point. Use the intersection point snap. Select my first element and then hover over my second element to pick up the intersection point on the screen. The next snap that I'm going to be talking about is the tangent snap. Using my place smart line command, I'm going to snap onto the circle that I've already created in my DGN file. I'm going to select a point and I'm going to move my cursor. You could see that Microstation is actually adjusting the location of the line. I'm going to data point one more time on the screen to complete my line in the DGN file. I'm going to right click on the screen to end the command. Tangent point snap is the next command that I'm going to talk about. With my place smart line command still active, I'm going to be digitizing on a point on the circle. Using that point, I'm going to be selecting another location in my DGN file, send a data point to the DGN file to complete drawing the line. Right click to end the command. The next snap that I'm going to be talking about is a perpendicular snap. Perpendicular snap lets me draw a line perpendicular to an existing element. In this case, I have my smart line tool active already, so I'm going to be using smart line tool to draw a line perpendicular to this element, which is a line in my DGN file. I'm going to data point on the screen to complete drawing my line and right click to end the command. Perpendicular point snap lets me draw a line, in this case perpendicular to the element that I've selected. I'm selecting the midpoint of the line that I have already drawn in my DGN file, sending a data point to Microstation to accept that point, and selecting another point on my screen, sending a data point to Microstation. Right click to end the command. Next command I'm going to show you is the Peril Snap. Using the Place Smart Line tool, I'm going to start drawing a line, data point on the screen to specify the first point. Then I'm going to select my Peril Snap. I'm going to hover over an existing element, use that element to draw my line parallel, data point on the screen to complete drawing my line. I'm going to right click to end the command. The last snap that I want to show you is the multi-snap one. Multi-snap is similar to running object snaps in AutoCAD. You could customize what snaps are active when you're working with multi-snap. So there are two other multi-snaps available. There's a multi-snap 2 and a multi-snap 3, which lets you choose a combination of snaps running active at any point of time. I'm going to be using the default settings that I have right now, using intersection, origin, bisector, key point, and near point snap for my multi-snap 1 tool. I'm going to digitize on the screen to specify the starting point for my line. I'm going to use my multi-snap 1, and I'm going to be using my near point snap to snap to the nearest point. To snap onto the midpoint of the line that I already created in my BGN file. I'm going to be going in and selecting multi-snap 1 to snap to the origin of the rectangle and complete creation of my line. I'm going to right click to end the command. This concludes the demonstration.